again from SilverFire. Today we're going to go over stove selection on our portable stoves. One of the biggest questions we get is, which stove should I buy? And we did recently put a comparison chart on the website on the very front page that you can actively compare what stove does what for you. Keep in mind that all these stoves work in unison and complement each other. We'd advise our customers to never buy duplicate of the same stove unless they're doing something very specific, because these stoves complement each other. For example, our rocket stove is a side-fed stove. You monitor a rocket stove pretty much at all times, because if you walk away from it, flames could travel back out the sticks as you're side feeding them. The Hunter, in contrast, this stove, you're putting all the fuel vertical, tinder on top, top lighted, it burns down like a candle. So these two stoves are if you need a second burner at home, your outdoor kitchen in the backyard. Your viscous dishes will probably end up on this. Your chilies, your chipinos, your eggplant stews, whatever, because they can burn for extremely long durations unmonitored. You can always return the Hunter to high firepower again by simply dropping more fuel in. Let's just say Uncle Ernie shows up and he wants his dinner now too. We can go immediately back to high firepower again with this stove, or by feeding the rocket stove through the door again. Our Super Dragon is a fan stove, so it's capable of very, very robust, high intensity, high firepower. This is our best walking stove, real intense flames. You can run it like a forge with the fan. A little motorcycle battery can run it for probably a month off the grid. Use a little solar panel, or you can plug it in the wall. This is an amazing outdoor kitchen stove, more of a home chef stove. It's also our best canning stove because you have the ability with the pulse width modulator that provides the stove with a fan speed to turn it down for gourmet salt block grilling, for canning, turning it down 10-15 pounds of pressure, or turning it up to bring your big water bath to boil very rapidly. Each of these stoves, all three, are going to outperform the cooktop of your stove at home or gas range for boiling big pots of water, because we're directly licking the pot. Our heat transfer is very efficient, especially with our Dragon pot here, where the flame is going up the wall and providing about 75% more surface area to boil very quickly. It fits on our Dragon pot, it fits on our Super Dragon or the Hunter. So this pot is universal for all of our stoves. All these stoves are designed primarily as outdoor kitchen stoves. So any of these stoves, we can use any kind of cookware. You can smoke with these stoves too. This is an example of a smoker that I found on Amazon. It's This is actually an Israeli smoker, and this can sit right on top of the Hunter, and you have a smoker. You could also do it on the rocket stove, but sitting there and feeding it all the time, I think, would be cumbersome. I'd prefer the Hunter for smoking. We could turn the Super Dragon down and do the same thing. Another option that we have is, of course, our gourmet salt block grills. We have these on our website. It could be used on any of these. Another option is there are some little aftermarket ovens you can stick on any of these stoves. Be aware though that these aftermarket ovens on the stoves are for low density little biscuits and muffins. They're not designed for doing a whole loaf, whole wheat bread in there. The inside would be doughy and the outside would be burned. Anyway, so that's what we want to cover on the selection of stoves. They all complement each other. This is more of our gourmet stove. This is our recreational emergency stove. And look at the chart, the stove comparison chart on our website, to educate yourself what's the best option for you. And so I think that should help cover, look at that comparison chart. Thanks.